Hello, everybody. Welcome to the brand new episode of Pain and Game Pick'ems, Season 5, Episode 1 to the 6th. 16, folks. This is a big week, ladies and gentlemen. What a freaking week this is. This is. Oh, crap. Well, I'm just going to turn off my mute just real quick. I have it there. All right, so week 16. We're literally only 2 weeks left of the season, guys. Can you believe it?
I know.
Wow.
Where has the season gone? I'm wondering. Where has this freaking season gone? Oh my goodness!
This had to be one of the most. This had to be one of the quickest seasons I've ever seen, man.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, time flies when you're watching football.
Yeah, that is true. It is. I can't believe that in 2 weeks, almost all the teams will stop playing. Some of them have already been eliminated. We'll talk about the futures of some of them. We'll talk about the scenarios. But what's up, Bills Mafia? Kevin Rios, Luke Jeffers, Dom. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, guys. And yeah, this is one of the big weeks because this is week 16. Week 15 definitely has some interesting games, some interesting surprises. We had the big moment where Drew Brees passed Peyton Manning for all-time passing touchdowns, now at 541.
That's right.
Hashtag respect.
That's right.
Yeah.
He had the Cowboys Ram.
Yeah, and I said this in my picks video. To me, Drew Brees is the greatest quarterback of all time.
I can definitely see that.
Come at me, Pack fans.
Tiny Tim, what do you think about the Cowboys win on Sunday?
Well, watching my boys play the way they did just made me think of one thing. Where the hell was this team for the previous 12 weeks? I mean, it's almost sudden somebody must have lit a fire under their asses and they finally got something done. Now we got a big one. We got a big one coming up in Philadelphia, but we'll get to that later.
That's right.
And there was also a big – I think there's also a big penalty that's going to be issued to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFLPA announced that the Jacksonville Jaguars are expected to have significant changes coming up this offseason and are urging players to not sign there.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty bad. Even one of the players, Dante Fowler, said he got fined $700,000 for not using they're doing off-season rehab at their facility.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
But the good thing is the NFLPA definitely reimbursed Dante Fowler. So, the Bills' defense is for real. They've won the best defenses in the league.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Bills.
The Chicago Bears.
I got it. I gotta say, the Bills. I'm not taking anything away from the Bills. They played a hell of a game. They played us really well, and their defense is definitely legit. But at the same time, this offense is absolutely horrendous, and Randy Fichtner is a bum. I can't say it enough on how much I want this guy gone.
I agree 100%. Randy Fichtner, no matter what happens this season, needs to be fired. It is absolutely horrendous. Fichtner is not a good. I'd rather have Todd Haley back than have Fichtner as our offensive.
Yeah, he makes me miss Todd Haley.
I agree 100%. And then also one of the big moments that happened last week, Eli Manning is potentially his last regular season start in the Meadowlands. Was able to beat the Dolphins and was able to get the standing ovation he deserved.
Yeah, that was good for Eli.
Yeah, and I think this is Eli Manning's last. I think they have one more game in the Meadowlands. I think they play the Eagles the last game of the season. I hope that's Eli's last game, but he'll be on the bench. But hopefully, if the Giants somehow are winning, or if it's or the Eagles have a chance, they're going to give Eli Manning, send Eli Manning out there for one final snap, send on defense or something. That's what I would like to see personally, because Eli. This is his time; he's done at this point. So
I said As I said before the season started, that this may be Eli's final year.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be his last year. Personally, what I think the Giants should do is that I think they should have Daniel Jones start the rest of the games, but in Week 17, they have Eli come out in the fourth quarter and play the final series for the Giants.
That's what I'd like to see.
Because Eli Manning, even though I think quarterbacks win-loss records is the most overrated stat in not just the NFL but in all sport. It's basically pitchers wins losses. It's an overrated stat.
It is.
So, Eli Manning in his career is 500. So,
yep.
Well, I mean, if you count the playoffs, he's 4 games over 500. But in the regular season, he's 500. But if you ask me, I think Daniel Jones should be the starter for the rest of the season for the Giants. And then Week 17, when the Giants play the Eagles, I think Eli should lead the final series for the Giants so he gets the proper send-off. Because I just don't think they want to mess up that record.
They don't. No, they're not going to.
Yeah.
Eli will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I feel like.
I don't know about first ballot, but I definitely think he's a Hall of Famer.
No, he definitely is. He beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl, and he definitely deserves the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's kind of debatable if he's first ballot or not, but I definitely believe he's a Hall of Famer. He's definitely going to Canton.
And before we go to Week 16, I have one more thing to say about Week 15. The officiating is continuing to get worse and worse each and every week. When you have to have the NFL head officiating, talk to their officials to fix a coin toss result, you guys have a serious problem.
I know.
The Cowboys game, Dak Prescott clearly defer to the second half, but yet the dumbass referee said, "Oh, you guys are gonna kick," and then they gave the Rams literally they fixed their mistake, but still, god damn, Tony. What is it with Tony Cornette and freaking Walt Anderson? They're both fucking garbage, dude.
Yeah, man.
21. Walt Anderson was 21 years as a head ref, and Tony Cornette 22 years as a head ref. Both have been absolutely bad.
And there was even a horseshit call on our game. It was that face mask call. It wasn't even a face mask
call.
It was a clean tackle on the body. How was that? How does face mask get the first thing in your head? I don't understand that. I swear to God, that had to be the worst call I have ever seen.
Oh, though there are plenty of worse calls, but that the past earlier 5 I think is the worst. But come on, Alex is now here. Welcome, Mr. Alex.
What's up, Al? What's up, Big Pizzle?
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Sorry. But yeah, though.
Right now.
We're even getting preview games. We're just recapping Week 15. We're going to talk about the officiating because the officiating is continuing to get worse and worse, and it's a black eye in the league.
What was
seriously? It's gotten to the point where we need the challenge penalties. That's what I think it needs to happen. We need to challenge penalties. Pass interference can't be the only thing challenged anymore. You got to challenge penalties. You got to be able to challenge roughing the passer, and you got to be able to challenge regular penalties. It's embarrassing. It's sickening. As a referee, and just watching this is just pathetic how bad it's been. Oh, wait, Alex is having issues. No worries. Come back.
Yeah.
But still, NFL, please allow next year it allows to allow the head coaches to challenge penalties because this is just do what they do for pass interference. Throw a challenge. If you see a penalty like horse crap penalty, throw a challenge flag. Make it cost a timeout. They get it wrong or they review it, but make them review it because this is embarrassing. So many games have been ruined this year because of bad calls.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you call false start on the long snapper?
I don't understand that.
I don't get that.
At this point, I am dead ass serious. I think at this point I'd rather have the replacement refs.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
I would too, but they need to be able to challenge penalties. That's a big thing that needs to come up under the
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, they just have to be.
They
They need to be held accountable.
They do. You're making $15,000 a game. You need to be held to a higher standard.
That's right.
Most people would kill to make $15,000 in 3.5 hours of football. You know how many people would kill for that opportunity? Not only do they need to train officials better, they need to have a better
Shit.
scouting program for
Yeah.
officials. They need to do a lot of things differently.
I mean,
This is
shit. Shit, man. Do you know what I do just for $1,000 right now?
Why?
Yeah. I got these lovely things called student loans coming up in summer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Student loans are no joke, unfortunately. But unfortunately, yeah, trust me, high school refs could probably do a better job too. But I got wait, what is this? What does this say? Wonder the Georgia Bulldogs are going again if they don't. That's college football, man. This is NFL. We're not talking about college here, so
no.
yeah. College is a completely different story. I really don't cover college football that much. So with that being said, I think we should go ahead and move on to week number 16. I did spend a little bit way too much time on the officiating because that was just something I needed to get off my chest. But let's go ahead and start off with week number 16. There are no buys, no Thursday games. First game's on a Saturday. You got Saturday 1 o'clock. Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Houston Texans. The situation is here. The Buccaneers have already been eliminated from the playoffs, but the Texans win and the Titans lose. The Texans will officially clinch the AFC South. And Houston is favored by 3 points. Who you guys got why?
Well, I think Houston is going to start to warm up when they really need to. Tampa Bay is all right, but I can see Houston probably getting the division this week. Not much to say about this one. I'm going to go with Houston. Say about 2 field goals. Going to call it 26-20. Give the division to the Texans.
Okay.
Very nice.
I am going to go with the Houston Texans as well. I think they just know what's at stake here, and they're going to do their best to get the AFC South again. They're hungry for the playoffs, and the Buccaneers, while they're on a winning streak, actually, they've won 4 in a row. Holy shit. Yeah, the Buccaneers, their winning streak comes to an end in this game. I think that the Texans will be able to take advantage of a very bad Tampa Bay offense, and I think the Buccaneers will make it a little interesting on offense because Winston's played surprisingly well during these past few weeks. But in the end, I just got Houston winning this one. Yeah, so give me the Texans here, 33-23.
Mm-hmm.
Alex?
We can't hear you.
Yeah. What's going on? We can't hear you. I still can't hear you, man. Hold on. Your mic's not working. All right.
Yeah,
He'll come back on. Don't worry.
Yeah, he'll come back.
Hi, Garrett Bear. Hi, Garrett Bear. Garrett Bear is officially on the stream. Welcome,
Hey,
Garrett Bear.
Harrison. What's up, buddy?
When Alex comes on, he'll give his prediction. I'm just going to give mine real quick. The Houston Texans need this game more than the Buccaneers do. The Buccaneers are just playing for the spoilers at this point. Really compete with them. Houston Texans need this win. They know they need to get to the playoffs. I got Houston here. I think this game's going to be pretty close, but I'd say Houston wins 31-28. And which I think, though, is going to be interesting. I think Jameis Winston, I'm going to say the full prediction, Jameis Winston gets an extension.
Wow.
I really think he gets like at least a 1 year prove it. I think he's going to get an extension or a 1 year prove it deal, like a prove it kind of deal. Like prove it can make over. We're still having. I still cannot hear you, Alex.
Yeah, I still can't hear you. Yeah, try for the phone, man.
Yeah, try to do it on. I'll tell him. Oh, We'll get his prediction in just a second. Let me just do something. I'll message out. Let's go ahead to our next game, which is going to be the 4:30 p.m. and next Saturday game, which is the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. This game is in New England, and they are 6-point favorite. Both teams are pretty much in the playoffs at this point, but if the Patriots win this game, they will win the AFC East. If Buffalo wins, they will have a chance to compete for the AFC East title. All they would need to do is just to beat the Jets, and the Patriots would need to lose to Miami. If the Patriots lose, the Bills will be the AFC East champions. Who do you guys got and why?
I got to tell you, for this game, this is definitely a game that can go either way, and this is a potential game of the week right here. I'll say this about the Buffalo Bills, like we said before the I don't remember if it was before the stream start or whatever, but pretty much here's my thought on the Bills. In my opinion, they are 100% the better team in this game. I think they have a way better defense than the Patriots do. They have just a young, physical, bull rushing defense that can generate pressure. It can cause turnovers. It's not really opportunistic to say, but the Bills have a really good, young, hungry defense, and I think that they have a way better defense than the Patriots do. I think offense is pretty much on the same level right now, given how New England's offense has been lately. But, I got to say, I think the Bills are just straight up the better team in this game. Really, the only thing the Patriots have better is a more experienced quarterback and a better set of coaches. But I got to tell you, the better team, in my opinion, is losing this game. So I got the Patriots winning this game simply because, first of all, I don't really see the Bills getting back-to-back wins in hostile environments. And the second reason is because the Patriots have been in this situation numerous times. They know how to play when something's on the line and when something's at stake, and they pretty much just own the AFC East. And until I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Bills fans. I would love to pick you guys here, but until someone dethrones the Patriots in the AFC East, I'm going to say they win the AFC East every year. So I do have the Bills making a very close game, and I definitely think they can win this game. But I'm going New England here in a very hard-fought, low-scoring defensive game, 17-14.
Oh, I just love it when people are just giving the Bills some love. I'm loving it because we do have a nice defensive line. It's no joke about that. But I'm unfortunately going to have to say I do have the Patriots winning the game as well, even though the Bills did make it to the playoffs, unfortunately beating the Steelers. And I hate to say it, gentlemen, I thought the game between the Bills and Steelers was absolutely pure shit.
It was.
Both teams throughout the game were barely doing anything. Minus the Bills' defense on one hand, but still, both teams were shit. But the last 7 minutes, it was like, okay, why wasn't it exciting at least throughout the game?
That was a good point.
But I had a feeling that it was going to be a low-scoring game anyway, and I feel that, you know what, even though I said my original score in the chat there, but regardless if the Bills win or lose against the Patriots, it's not going to fucking matter anyway. At least if they beat the Jets, yeah, AC, air conditioner, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have the Patriots winning this game. Score-wise, I originally said 20-something to 20, but probably not a lot of action is going to happen. So let's just say 18-14. Patriots winning it.
Very nice. Nice.
I just wanted to come on here and talk about the Bills and such.
All right, no worries, Gary. You want to hear my prediction, Gary, before you go?
No, fuck you.
I have the Bills winning. I have the Bills with my upset pick of the week. I have the Buffalo Bills winning this game.
Wow.
Why? Pure and simple. The Buffalo Bills have the better defense. The Patriots offense has been absolutely anemic lately. Tom Brady cannot throw the ball very well. They don't have a receiver like Gronk anymore, and all their guys are just They're just getting hurt. Julian Edelman, they're getting hurt, and the Patriots just don't have it anymore. Brady's getting old, and they really don't have it. So Buffalo's defense suffocating Brady, and Brady's defense weakness is pressure. So I got the Bills winning this game 24-20. Upset pick of the week.
Okay.
Yes. And I echo exactly what Steel Maiden just said. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And because of that, and because I've thought about this game for the last couple of days, yes, the Bills are probably the hottest team that nobody wants to talk about. But I am going to talk about them because I see them pulling off the upset. Bills,
There you go.
Bills 31, Patriots 28. But the Patriots, the Patriots will end up winning the division.
Tiny Tim, I've known this guy for how many fucking years? He knows exactly what to say.
4 years, 5 years. Hey,
whatever it is, he knows exactly what the fuck to say. Love it. I hit my hand there. But I'm going to tell you, gentlemen, right now, here in Buffalo, I shit you not, people fucking hate Tom Brady here. You want to know how? Oh, dude, people hate Tom Brady here. You know how many signs I see? A lot of bad ones, too. I'm not going to say what the very bad ones are, but let's just say one of them involved, one of them involved a penis, and the other one involved a big head of like a fat head cut out of Tom Brady's head. And the other one involved someone glued a dildo to Tom Brady's mouth on the fathead sign. And legitimately, somebody actually took white paint and squirted like semen coming out of the dildo's tip onto his mouth. There's worse. That's just a prime example of shit. I've seen some guy have like a blow-up doll with Tom Brady's face on it, giving him a fucking pile driver through a table. I'm not making it up. I've seen this shit.
Yeah, you guys are some crazy son bitches up there.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. Okay, even though seeing it on video is one thing with how the fans react, but if you see it in person, now I've not been to a Bills game, but I've seen how Bills fans react in person. People are fucking ape shit here. There's a lot. I can tell there's a lot of wrestling fans here as well. I see people put tables on fire, giving their buddies power bombs. I see their buddies give them pile drivers, suplexes, elbow drops. I've seen one guy give his girlfriend a fucking what's Kenny Omega's finisher?
The one-wing angel.
I've seen one guy give his girlfriend the one-winged angel through a table with barbed wire.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
There was one video I saw. Some guy pulled his girlfriend's panties down. His buddy was pouring beer down her butt crack, and he was like, I don't know if he was drinking the beer or he was licking a pussy. It was one of the two.
Oh my god.
Probably both. I've seen this shit in person.
Oh my god, dude.
Fucking nightmare.
And I will.
God, dude.
You know how crazy it is? You want to know what the saddest thing about it is? The saddest thing is that I've seen a guy put a bucket of chicken wings through a table. Homemade buffalo wings. You know, some poor Buffalo fan could have ate those wings. There was about, I think, 20 or 30 in the bucket. They were barbecue flavored. Barbecue. I was mad. Oh my god. You want to know another thing is that I've seen people take beer bottles and bash it over their buddies' heads with unprotection too.
Wow.
I'm surprised I haven't seen no blood on anybody, but I bet they've gotten some big concussions. Bills fans are nuts. Absolutely nuts. I'm done.
I could definitely see that.
Okay, then.
No,
That was
definitely
amazing.
No, definitely see that. It's the fucking truth. You people have seen videos on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. See it in person. It's crazy. It's nuts. It's psychotic. That's true.
And he wouldn't be telling you this shit unless he lived there.
Yeah, see, he even agrees. Bill, other than that, Bill's Mafia. It's the truth because, dude, almost anybody I see in town, they wear Bills pajamas, Bills jerseys, Bills coats, Bills hats, Bills fucking socks, fucking Bills leggings. I don't know. People love the Bills here. What else is there to say?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm done. No more smart remarks, or else I'll continue bitching.
All right, Garrett, let's go through the next game on our list, which is going to be a game where I think this is probably going to be one of those teams guaranteed to lose, but never know this game. It is the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in San Francisco. Here's the solution here. 49ers win and the Seahawks lose. The 49ers do have a chance of clinching the division, but more likely what I think is going to happen is the Seahawks and 49ers, because let me just face it right now, spoiler early, Cardinals are one of my teams guaranteed to lose, but if both teams win, it's going to set up the Week 17 game to be a Sunday night game. Not kidding. It will be Sunday night. Seattle, San Francisco, and in Seattle will be the Sunday night game next week, if that happens. But right now, those 49ers are favored by 6.5. Who do you guys got and why?
Well, I'm agreeing with you, Lucas. This is one of my teams guaranteed to lose this week. Give me the 49ers, man. The Rams have just been inconsistent all season. They got their asses absolutely kicked by the Cowboys back on Sunday. And seeing some of the beatings the Rams have taken this year, letting the Bucs drop 55 on them, getting absolutely just embarrassed by the Ravens on Monday Night Football, turning the ball over 4 times against us back in Week 10, shanking the last second field goal against the Seahawks earlier in the season. The Rams have been very inconsistent this year, and they are definitely on a Super Bowl hangover, if you ask me. So on the opposite end, the 49ers, even though they had a terrible loss to the Falcons on Sunday, it's not going to happen 2 weeks in a row. The 49ers, they know it's at stake. They're still battling for that NFC West title and that number 1 seed. They're in the playoffs, and I got them getting the sweep of the Rams. I got the defense just absolutely punishing Jared Goff all night, and I got their offense not putting a whole lot of points on the board, but putting a respectable amount of points up. And I got the 49ers getting the sweep in, man. And this loss would actually eliminate the Rams from playoff contention, and it would clinch the Vikings playoff spot.
Vikings win will also eliminate them.
Yeah, the Rams lose this game, they're eliminated from contention, and the Vikings clinch a playoff spot. So, yeah, give me the 49ers to win this one, 24-10.
As I was saying,
There he is.
But before we go ahead and continue, Alex, going to go with your quick predictions here. First up, Texans and Buccaneers.
by a field goal, 34-31.
Wow, I said 31-28 by a field goal. Jesus, they were close there. And then the other game, which was the Patriots and Bills.
Patriots and Bills. Let's see on my list. I got the Bills 20-17 over the Patriots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
The only one going with New England. Wow.
Yeah.
And then now we're at Rams and 49ers in San Francisco.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. Rams, Niners over the Rams 30-20.
All right. I've got the 49ers over the Rams 24-20.
Oh my God, that is actually a really good score. Mine, you literally said your score. Mine is 10 points for each team at it. I say 34-30.
Wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
My thing here is 49ers defense and offense needs to improve, especially with that blowing that last second loss against the Falcons. That was embarrassing. And I think they're definitely going to have a great time. I think they're going to have a great time at home. The Rams, I think, are just having a Super Bowl hangover. They're not the worst. They're not the worst Super Bowl team to have the worst hangover possible. That would be the 2003 Raiders.
Yeah.
I think they're the worst,
Big time.
the
Agreed.
worst
Yeah.
hangover of all time. The 2003
Well,
Raiders.
no doubt about it. The 03 Raiders. Terrible team.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. So yeah, I think the Rams will finish 10-6, but this Ram, they're just not going to make it this year. Sorry, my homie Mark. Unfortunately, just not going to make it this year. This is not their year. If you were in the AFC, you probably could have been a wild card team, but unfortunately, not this year. Sorry. But the good thing is you guys get a new stadium next year, so you guys have that to look forward to. So I got the 49ers 34-30.
All right.
So now we're done with the Saturday games. Now let's get into the Sunday games, shall we?
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
That's right. And now the first game is the first of many. Tank Ball.
Yeah. Right.
This is the NBA on NBC.
This is the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. The game is in Atlanta. Atlanta is a 7.5 point favorite. Both teams are 5-9. Who do you guys got? Why?
So, Lucas,
Hmm.
you know what this means?
What?
One of these teams is going to be 5-10.
No, you don't say.
He did say.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna go with the Falcons in this one. And Matt Ryan, Matty Ice, he actually found his groove last week. Surprisingly, I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think they keep riding that momentum train. I still think Dan Quinn's gonna lose his job at the end of the year, but I think this is gonna be his last victory. 27-20. Give me the Falcons.
I agree with you 100% here. The Atlanta Falcons are the better team. And I don't know if you were on earlier, Alex, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be getting some major penalties and there are major changes coming to the Jacksonville organization this offseason.
Oh,
Here's one of the things. I don't know if I was telling this meeting in Tiny Tim earlier. Did you know that Dante Fowler played for the Jaguars? And he got fined $700,000 by the team for not attending off-season rehab at their facility. He went somewhere else to do it.
wait, seriously?
I'm not even joking.
He got
It's a real-
suspended? He got fined for that?
Yep, $700,000 by the team.
And the league is gonna
NFLPA already reimbursed him.
wow.
So yeah, utterly embarrassing. The Jacksonville Jaguars are the locale, as you're in trio say. They're the locale franchise, and the locale are going to be terrible. 23-14. Give me the Falcons here.
Urinating tree.
Man, he's
Yeah,
fucking
give me the Falcons. I say Falcons take it 27-21.
Be right back.
Wait, did you make your prediction, man? Oh wait,
I don't think he did just yet.
no worries. We'll come back. We'll come back to this deal later. Next game is a big one for the AFC North. This is the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. This game is in Cleveland, but there are some Mason errors here. If Baltimore wins this game, they will officially lock the number one seed in the AFC. They will be officially locked as the number one seed. The Browns win, though, they still have a slimmer of a chance to make the playoffs. But the Browns, with a loss, they're done. So, with that being said, they're favored by 10. Who you guys got and why?
I'm going to go with the Ravens. Simply put, I think the Browns are overhyped and overrated this season. Everyone's like, oh my God, they're going to the Super Bowl. They're going to go to the playoffs. When in reality, the Browns will always be the toilet bowl of the NFL. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. Pretty big. 38-24. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Number one seed.
I agree
For the
100%
Ravens.
here. The Browns are my second team guaranteed to lose. This game is going to be a bloodbath. God, this game is going to be terrible. I just cannot wait for the Browns fans for all the freaking excuses they're going to have. I cannot wait for all the excuses. Because most of the Browns fans, I don't know if you know, it's such a hurt chance team on some of the streams. They've been gone for a long time. They've been gone. Ever since that
Been
Steelers
silent.
they've been silent. They know their team's trash. And this is the worst Browns season ever. Worst season. This team was actually predicted to be good, and they completely fell
At least we
flat on
knew
their
they
face.
were going to suck in 2017.
That's right. They knew they were going to suck.
Oh,
Here-
I knew they were going to be overrated as hell.
You were right,
All
too. You were
All
right.
sizzle, no substance.
That's right.
That's right. And one funny thing is, Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry have been going to opposing team sidelines after the games and saying, "Get me, come get me."
Did he do the same? Did he do that during the Dolphins game? Because I'll take Landry back.
Yeah, that has. I don't know if they did. I don't know if they did that yet, but
I'll take
I know they
Landry
did.
back.
Odell Beckham Jr. wants to be a Steeler. That's why I've been hearing.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, that's not happening.
Really?
I do not want Odell Beckham Jr. as a Steeler. I do not steal.
No way.
He's
no
gonna
way.
cause more problems. Dude, he's going to complain that when he gets the ball. Trade him somewhere else. Trade him to Dallas. Trade him somewhere else. He does not belong in Pittsburgh. We do not need another diva. We
Give
don't need an
Send him to Detroit or somebody.
Dallas doesn't
That
need
would be
another
amazing.
diva either.
Yeah, for me, the Browns are going to continue. And I've been hearing a possibility that Freddie Kitchens may be fired after the season.
Well, he should be.
I
Yeah.
hope to God they never fire him.
They did, but the Browns, they're a dumpster fire, and they're going to want to have a lot of players gone after this season.
Once the skid marks, always the skid marks.
Yeah.
That is right. I got the Ravens here
skid-
42. No
Yeah,
contest.
the skid marks of the NFL's Fruit of the Looms,
That's
if you know what I mean.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Give me
So-
the Ravens. Give me the Ravens 34-17, and Ravens take the top seed.
Hey,
right.
Samita, did you make your prediction for Bills and Falcons and Jaguars?
Yeah, I was just getting to that.
Okay,
My
yeah, go ahead and then
My,
the Browns.
my debut for this.
Oh,
Debut.
We got a coin flip.
Okay. Heads, because I'm still undecided for this game. Heads, Jacks, tails, Falcons. Let's go. Oh, that was a bad one. Hold on. Heads, I'm going with the Jags.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
at the end of the day, I think that, Dan Quinney never really did well against AFC teams.
No, he didn't. That's a good
And
point.
I think that trend just continues until they get a win against an AFC team, as bad as the Jags are, and as bad as their defense has been. Atlanta's offense has just been very inconsistent this year. So even though the Falcons probably will win this game, and I'm still undecided about it, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Jags, kind of like my upset pick of the week.
I like it.
I'm gonna say 18-16 Jacksonville. And then as for Browns Ravens, no contest, Baltimore all the way.
No
The
doubt
Browns,
about it.
they lose, they're eliminated from contention, and those fans, I don't even see the fans attending that stadium in week 16 because they know they're gonna get their asses kicked.
Yeah, and they'll probably, the one time there was that one Ravens fan that recorded the Browns in Cleveland, they're going to go, fuck you, fuck
I know,
you.
I saw that video.
That was
I saw
hilarious.
That was amazing.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, and he was in the dog pound too.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was.
the dog pound. The Ravens scored the touchdown, and he started walking away, and the Ravens fans saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah, I like the
He
big
laughing and people throwing beer at him.
Yeah, I like the big fat guy that started it.
Well, he was
Yeah.
either crazy,
Yeah,
he was either crazy or stupid.
Fuck you.
Stupid is a stupid dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, Baltimore wins this one easily, 38-7.
Now we get the next game on the list. There's another big, very important game here. The New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. This game is in Tennessee, but New Orleans is the favor here by 3. Here's the scenario here. Tennessee loses, and Houston, which I did mention earlier, the Houston Texans will win the AFC South. The Titans win, however, and the Texans win. That will set up the AFC South game to be played flex at 4 o'clock for the AFC South title. It will not be the Sunday night game. I don't think it should be, but it will be turned to a late game. But the thing is here, the Saints need a win. Why? If the Saints were to win, the 49ers and Seahawks both lose, the Saints will be the number 1 seed in the NFC. So many implications here. Who do you guys got on why?
What game is this?
Saints and Titans.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one.
It is.
Well, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you're hoping Tennessee gets blown out in this game because in order for us to make the playoffs, we need the Titans to lose games as well. I think our scenario is that if we finish the season 2-0, then it doesn't matter what Tennessee finishes. If we finish 1-1 and the Titans finish 1-1, their only loss has to be Week 17 against Houston. And also, if we finish 1-1, we can get in the playoffs by Tennessee losing out. So pretty much, we need to win while Tennessee loses in order to get in the playoffs.
Actually, another big scenario here is if the Titans lose, the Texans win, and the Browns lose, and the Steelers win, the Steelers will automatically clinch it because at that point it will be Pittsburgh, even with the loss to the Ravens, the Titans losing to the Saints already, we would still own the tiebreaker technically if they beat the Texans because we would have the better conference record.
That's right. But, in this game, the Saints, they're just far and away the better team, like straight up. What I saw last night from Drew Brees was absolutely amazing. That may have been the best. That may have been the best performance by any quarterback I've ever seen play. And I've been watching football for almost 20 years. That was just incredible what I saw. 29 of 30, completing his final 22 pass attempts. And he set not one but 2 records last night. The big one obviously being the most passing touchdowns. But he also set a record but Drew Brees also set a record for the highest completion percentage in a single game at 96.7.
Wow.
So, Drew Brees broke 2 records last night, actually.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the Saints are just far and away the better team. I got them taking it to the Titans here, but I do think Tennessee can kind of make it a little close because they have talent on their team. Ryan Tannehill's still playing well for them. Derrick Henry's still a stud. They got some dependable receivers. And the Titans, I think they still have a good pass rush, but that Saints offense is just going to be too much for them. So, and also at the end of the day, I think the Saints, they're also going to be battling for that number 1 seed, even though I don't think they'll get it. They're still going to be battling for it. So give me the Saints to win this one pretty convincingly, 33-16.
I will say this, though, one thing I did want to mention, you guys, your prediction real quick. If New Orleans Saints get a 21-0 lead over the Titans, or at least a 14-0 lead over the Titans, they're not going to do what they did against the Texans to come back. There's no chance of that. I'm sorry.
No.
There's absolutely 0 chance because the Texans allowed the Titans to come back, and they barely won. That's not going to happen. The Saints defense is way better than the Texans defense.
Yeah, the Saints have a really good defense.
They do.
Aaron Jordan's one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Marcus Lattimore's really freaking good as a quarterback. And they have some really great players on that team. For me, this is just going to be a Titans loss here. I think the Titans, they're due for a loss here.
Boy.
So I have New Orleans 31-17. I think New Orleans is going to get a big lead, and Tennessee won't be able to come back, unfortunately.
Wow, that is almost so close to my prediction. I said Saints 30-17.
Wow.
We're close there, LC. We're close.
Yeah, we're all pretty close. I said 33-16.
Well, guys, since 2013, I don't know if you guys know this or not, the Saints on the road in December are 6-6, and this feels like a trap game for them. But I'm picking the Saints regardless. 27-24. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Now, next game on the list. Not only is it a game where both are pretty much out of it, it is another tank ball.
This is the NBA on NBC. I already said that. I don't give a damn.
It's all right. no worries.
Hello, everybody. I'm Marv
But
Albert.
also, this is my coin flip game of the week. It is the Carolina Panthers and the
All
Indianapolis
Panthers.
Colts. This game is in Indianapolis. Both teams are out of it. The one thing is, though, here, the Carolina Panthers will be starting rookie quarterback Will Grier.
Ooh, I stand corrected. I'm going to have to put this coin down.
This is still
Wait, the
my
Colts
coin
are
flip
start-
game of the week because I think both teams are just in net right now, unfortunately. So my coin is right here. Heads, Indianapolis Colts. Tails is the Carolina Panthers. Here we go. I have tails. I have the Panthers.
Wow.
Surprisingly, Carolina. I'm going to say my final score for this game 21-20. Give me the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I have the Panthers as well. I like Will Grier. He was actually the quarterback that I wanted last year in the draft. Or this past year, I really wanted to get him so badly. I think he would have been a great upgrade from Tannehill, but he's in Carolina now. And I think they have the weapons. I think they still have Christian McCaffrey, which is good. So I'm going to go with the Panthers over the Colts, 20-16.
Wow.
Yeah, give me the Panther. Give me the Panthers on this
go
one.
Ahead,
Give
go
me
ahead, Tom. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, man. 24-20. Give me the Panthers.
Okay. Well, this is a game that confuses the hell out of me because, the Colts, I still think they have a pretty solid defense. They just got beat by a really good Saints team. And the Colts are just a complete mess on offense right now. I think, when they played us, they were 5-2. They're 6-8 now. So they're 1-6 in their last 7 games. So you want to talk about two teams that are free falling? Look no further than this game. Carolina's been on a free fall for weeks now. It's almost like a complete mirror of what happened to them last season. Got off to a strong start and then they hit a big bump in the road and they never recovered. So I don't know, man. This is a game that confuses the hell out of me. But like I always say, whenever I'm unsure of who to pick, I go with the home team.
Yep.
So I actually am going to go ahead and take the Colts here to rebound and get the win. But I got the Panthers making it very close, and I may actually change this pick come Sunday. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts just because they're the home team. So give me Indy 22-21.
Interesting.
Nice.
Okay.
I gave my prediction. It was Panthers 24-20.
Wow. So pretty much me, Alex, and Tiny are going Panthers. The only is going Colts. Very interesting. This next game, I could play only one song for this thing. It's the ultimate tangle. I'm not playing tangle.
Here we go.
Play something else. Play something else. I think you guys will like what I'm choosing here. Because this game, this is the only word to describe this kind of game. And it's an aptitude for both of these teams. Ready?
What the hell is that?
The derp song. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an ordinary tank bowl. This is the ultimate tank bowl. This is the tank bowl to beat all tank bowls. I wish it was the 0-15 Bengals versus the 0-15 Dolphins. We don't have that. But we have the 1-13 Bengals versus the 3-11 Dolphins.
Can you
in
imagine
Miami.
if this was flexed to Sunday night?
This would have been amazing with Sunday night game.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
I would have loved to see this game as a Sunday night game. But yeah, in Miami. Miami favorite only by 1.
I will
Who you
be
guys
there.
got on the line? That's right. Alex will be at this
I
game.
will
The
be there.
ultimate tank game.
I had to pick
How much
one
are tickets
game. This was
for?
it. Huh?
Don't worry, Alex. I'm going to pray for you.
You don't need to do
How
that.
much are
Bengals
tickets
fans
going
are
for
usually
this
nice.
game? That's what I'm wondering.
Huh?
I'm wondering
What
how
was
much tickets only go for this game.
Tickets I got mine and my buddy Kyle's for I believe $40.
That's not that bad.
I think the parking pass was more than the tickets itself.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
Yeah.
So it looks like the lowest one I'm looking for right now is $30.
Yeah.
Wow.
About
That
right.
is incredible.
Sounds about right.
The
Y'all go
lower
ahead.
end
You guys can say what you got to say first.
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
All right. This is welcome to the 2019 Liquid Plumber Toilet Bowl. Cincinnati's been bad all year, but Miami's been bad too, but just a little bit better than Cincinnati. I'm gonna go fence up on this one. 2014. Give me the Dolphins.
Nice.
Wow. You know what my score was? My score is 20-13.
Wow.
20-13 Dolphins.
20-13.
20-13. Here's why. The Bengals, I think this game will be tied late, but Fitzpatrick throws a beautiful pass downfield in the end zone, caught by Devontae Parker. Dolphins win 20-13. Walk-off touchdown.
Still Maiden, I gotta say before you say your pick, I loved your prediction video that SpongeBob.
I was just getting to that. My reaction in my pick'em video when this came up. Here it is.
That is incredible.
That's how I
Patrick goes, "Oh, it's a football game. I win."
Yeah. Anyway, this is basically what Lucas said, the tank bowl of all tank bowls.
Oh yeah.
The way I see it, the Bengals defense is just absolutely horrendous.
What?
They have to have one of the worst defenses I've ever seen by any team ever. And the Dolphins, not saying the Dolphins aren't bad too, bad too, but they definitely are. But the Dolphins can at least score. They can at least put some points and numbers on the board. But that being said, they're just not a good team.
No.
So, yeah, as much as I think the Bengals have a chance in this game, I'm going to be that guy and says, fins up, baby. Whenever I'm unsure of who to pick, I'm going home team.
Let's just root for the home team.
So, yeah, I got the Dolphins winning the game, but I got the Bengals winning the Chase Young Bowl.
No, they got Burrow. They got Joe Burrow.
I call whatever Chase Young Bowl, Joe Burrow Bowl, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Chase Young Bowl.
Well, guys, I'm gonna say this right now.
Miami 32-29.
Ooh, very close to my score actually. I have the Dolphins as well, 33-30.
Dolphins are unanimous.
33-30, Miami. And I stay undefeated this year going to home games. So I went to the Eagles game. They won. I'm going to go to the Bengals game. We're going to win that one. So fins up, baby, 33-30.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, Lucas, back-to-back goals. Pens lead 2-1. There we go.
Yeah, I just saw it. Chris Letang. Can't go wrong there, Chris Letang. Nice goal. Very nice. Now we got, speaking of the Penguins, let's move to the team that plays football in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Jets. This game is in the Meadowlands, and Pittsburgh is favored by 3 points.
It's a trap
The
game.
here, which I did mention earlier. Steelers win. Texans win. Saints win. Baltimore wins. So all those four things happen. The Steelers will officially clinch the last seed in the AFC playoffs. So, oh yeah, also forgot to mention also Oakland needs to lose to the Chargers. We'll talk about that in a little bit because that's a tankable. But Steelers are favored by 3. Steelers win. Texans, Baltimore, and Saints. They will clinch the number 6 seed. What do you guys got and why?
Well, I think this is a trap game written all over it. I think the Steelers every year. Well, it hasn't happened this year because, believe it or not,
on his game this year.
Tomlin is on his game this year. I'm surprised by that. This is the best he's coached. Maybe he can win a Super Bowl with his own players. Who knows?
Never know.
But I have the Steelers winning this one 22-19. I still think the Jets, Jets, suck. And, yeah, simply put, I got Pittsburgh 22-19.
Yeah, I will go ahead and take the Steelers on this one, 21-18. Nothing real flashy going on here.
This is definitely a trap game, in my opinion, because this is a game that is set up for us to lose. Every single year, the Steelers lose to a team that we have no business losing to, and the Jets, with how bad they've been, it would not surprise me if they won this game. And, you know, they also got Le'Veon Bell in this game. He knows how
Oh, I forgot about
So-
that.
Right, the Le'Veon Bell game.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell's first game against the
Yeah, those are two things that the Jets have a big advantage in, if you ask me. But I got to tell you, I freaking love our defense, man. Our defense has just been so – I'm saying the E word here. Our defense has been elite this year.
Yeah.
It's a top 5 defense. We come up with some great plays. We can cause turnovers. We get a lot of sacks. Maybe not so much Sunday night. We only sacked Josh Allen one time.
But we're still technically in the lead, tied with Carolina for the league.
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah, we are, but we're going to need more than one sack.
I agree 100%.
We're going to need more than one sack on Sam Darnold Sunday. That's all there is to it.
I'll say my thoughts.
I think your keys to victory here, you got to lock up the Jets targets, you got to get the Darnold, and you got to limit Le'Veon Bell, because when he's behind a weak offensive line like the Jets and he has to face a pass rush, we've seen this when he was on the Steelers too. When he has to face a pass rush, he doesn't do so well. And we definitely do have a rush defense. We definitely do have a pretty good defense against the run. So that's a big advantage that we have. I have full confidence that Tomlin's going to be is going to get these guys into shape, and he's going to be ready for this game, and that the Steelers are going to be fighting for that playoff spot. So as much as a trap game as I think this is, I am going to go ahead and take us to win. But I have it being a very ugly game as usual for us. I got little to no offense from us again, but I have the defense stepping up big time. I'm taking us in this one 14-7.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Duck is starting in this game again.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack.
Yeah.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Hell yeah.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. But I'm going to say my thoughts for this game. Is Donald Steelmania?
Yeah, I said 14-7 Steelers.
Okay, that'd be interesting here. But I'm going to say my thoughts of this game now. We are on the road, and actually, one factor will leave it out that this game is going to be where Chisel Adonis will attend this game.
Oh,
He'll be in this game. Yes, he is. He's going to be at this game in the Meadowlands. He'll be there in the black and yellow for the Steelers. And I think the Steelers here are going to rebound very nicely. And I think they will do it in pretty convincing fashion. Here's why.
convincing.
The Steelers defense is still leading in sacks. We are only a few interceptions behind the league lead by the New England Patriots. And this team, even though one of our biggest problems is because of Randy Fichtner, and we have now like 21 straight games with a turnover, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think we could end that streak on Sunday. Why? The Jets are not a very turnover-heavy team. They were earlier this year. Now they've been really causing many turnovers recently. And the Jets' offensive line is the 24th out of 32 offensive lines in the league. And facing Le'Veon Bell is definitely going to give a lot of Steelers, especially ones on the team that were last year, a lot of motivation. Especially Cameron Stewart, DJ Watt, Joe Hayden. A lot of those guys are going to be ready to freaking just destroy Le'Veon Bell. And it will be an ugly day for Le'Veon Bell. The big problem for the Steelers, I think, is I think we can cover Crowder. I think we can lock him down. The biggest problem I think the Jets really have against the Steelers, the biggest weapon, Robbie Anderson. Big receivers are a problem. And it could definitely be a big problem, that's for sure. Especially Robbie Anderson with his speed and with not only with his speed, but with his athleticism, they could definitely be a problem. The big thing is here, I think the Steelers defense is going to rebound very nicely. I think the Steelers offense, Delvin Duck Hodges has had a bad game, and he's won every game on the road. I think he's won every game on the road so far that he's played in. So that is also going to help things out. And this game, Tomlin, I know they've lost. I don't think since the beginning of the year they've lost back-to-back games. They haven't lost since the beginning of the year. They have not lost back-to-back games. So I think that trend's going to continue. I think this is going to result in the Steelers rebounding and clinching the second final playoff spot. Give me the Steelers to win 24-17. I have the Steelers getting ahead big and the Jets scoring a late garbage time touchdown. Make things interesting, but the Steelers will get the job done in the Meadowlands. Or as he just honestly like to call it, MetLife Stadium.
Meth life.
That's right. MetLife Stadium. Next game on the list. Oh my God, this is one smelly pig bowl. God, this game is going to be bad. Holy shit.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Costas. Welcome to the NBA.
This
yes,
game is
and it counts in the foul.
Next game is going to be the New York Giants and Washington Redskins. Holy God, this game is going to be
Here we go.
Well, this is your point flip. Woo! This game is in the Meadowlands. I mean, the Washington shouldn't have 2.5 point favorite. Who do you guys got in line?
Here we go. Me and Tim got the exact same idea.
Okay, this is my head, so this is going to be the G-Men.
Please
This
be
is my
Chuck E. Cheese.
tails. This is going to be the Deadskins.
Is that Chuck E. Cheese?
No, it's actually from a bowling alley over in Tyler, about 30 miles away.
All right.
Oh, nice.
All right. Go ahead, Pizzle. What you got?
Okay. Same. I got who's the home team again?
The
Redskins.
Redskins. All right. Heads, Giants, tails, Redskins. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go.
Oh shit.
I missed mine too. Try it again.
Bam. 1, 2,
Try it
3,
again.
and bam. Hail to the Redskins.
Wow.
Hail to the Deadskins.
16-13, if I had to pick a score.
I'd say 19-13. Just top of my head.
What the hell? Why not?
Yeah.
Mine's 20-19 Redskins. Why? Pure and simple. I like Dwayne Haskins as a quarterback. He's been playing pretty well. Especially against bad defense. Like he carved out the Eagles defense pretty well, and I think he could definitely do that again against the Giants. I definitely think the Giants can compete, but I think the Redskins just have better at the end. So give the Redskins to win this game, actually. I'm going to say 20-19. Where does they still made him?
Am I really going to be that guy?
Yes.
I'm going with the G-Man in this game.
Ooh.
And here's why. Even though I don't trust Pat Shurmur at all, and he's a terrible head coach, possibly the worst in the league. But I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, the Giants, they have some playmakers on their team. It's just a matter of coaching. That's all there is to it. The Redskins, they do not have a good defense outside of Ryan Kerrigan. And if the Redskins, in my opinion, can lose a home game to the Eagles in a game that they should have won, in my opinion, there's no telling that the Giants can beat them, And another thing about this, the Giants, they always own the Redskins, They own the Redskins like how we own the Bengals, or like how the Packers own the Bears, or how the Patriots own the Chargers.
Or
like how the Cowboys own the Redskins too. You get the point.
Yeah.
The Giants always beat these guys. I'm like truly convinced that the Giants could go like 2-14, and those 2 wins would be a sweep of the Redskins. I'm not even kidding. So, yeah, I do think the Redskins have a chance in this game because the Giants suck. But after I saw those highlights, because I didn't, I missed the game because of commencement. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Giants to get the sweep, and I got them getting their second straight win. Just something to note here too: the Giants, the last time they won was prior to when they. God, who did the Giants play? Not going to waste too much time. Dolphins, right? Prior to when the Giants beat the Dolphins, the last opponent they beat were the Redskins, and when they beat the Redskins, it was their second straight win. And I got that being the case again. I got the Giants finishing 4-12 with 2 game winning streaks. But give me New York here, 28-21.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Now the next game on the list. Wait a minute, we got another one of these?
I think 3 times is enough.
Yeah.
I'm
bored with it. I'm bored with it, all right?
It makes me nostalgic. I miss watching the Bulls on NBC, damn it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. This game is Denver, and the Broncos are favored by 7 points. This is going to be freaking ugly. I don't even think Broncos fans even want to watch this game. Not even fans of your own team won't even watch this game. This game is going to be so bad. Who you guys got and why?
I'm going with John Elway, baby. I'm going with the Broncos. And here's why. I think even though they had an atrocious game against Kansas City, they play a much more favorable opponent in Detroit, who's lost 7 straight games. I got that losing streak continuing, and I got Drew Lock putting up a good game against that weak Lions defense in a meaningless game pretty much. But give me the Broncos in a pretty high-scoring game, 34-28.
I don't see it going that high. I probably see it like I'm going to say 20-19. I'm going to go with those Broncos, although they're at home. They still suck, but they'll pull this one out.
Agreed. I also have the Broncos winning this one. I think Denver's finally got their guy in Drew Lock. Hopefully they finally got their guy. But knowing them, they'll probably draft a quarterback next year in the draft. So I'm going to go with the Broncos, 24-17.
Broncos 34-19. Thank you, Cortland Sutton, just screwing me out of my fantasy football championship last week, and many other players. Alex, you were there when I was yelling at Cortland Sutton.
The same thing happened with me.
I missed out on my freaking chance to make a lot of money, and I'm very upset. I could have won the championship, damn it. I had to go against the number 1 seed, and number 1 seed had Michael Thomas, the Saints defense, and Will Lutz. Fucking him. 34-19. Broncos. Hate both of these teams. Both these teams are trash.
Yeah.
Now, let me actually take a look at this. This game, is this another friggin' tank bowl? I'm not going to play the theme at this time because it's played. But I'm just going to say this. You guys know this is the last game and the pathetic excuse for NFL Stadium, the the SoFi, not the SoFi Stadium, but the
StubHub Center.
the LA Galaxy Soccer Stadium that the Chargers have been playing home games at. It's finally their last game. This pathetic excuse of a
The
fucking
StubHub Center.
Did you see?
Yep.
Did you see all the Viking fans there?
Yep.
So much
Every
purple.
team sells out that stadium. Good thing it won't be the change. Won't be the. I don't think it'll be the same when they go to SoFi next year, and when Brady goes to the Chargers. I think it's gonna be a lot different. But
So much purple.
pretty much purple. And the Chargers and Raiders, both these teams are pretty much garbage. The Raiders have the slimmest chance of making the playoffs because they actually still have playoff implications. But here's what has to happen: Oakland has to have Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Tennessee, all to go winless. Then the Oakland Raiders would jump all of them.
Oh my.
Oh my
That's
god!
happening.
The
Give me
perfect
plus-
storm.
It ain't happening.
That ain't
No.
happening. Well, give me the actually. I'll give the Oakland Raiders just a little bit of father because they're going to know their playoff chances are going to be gone before the game starts.
Stop it.
But their chances are already going to be gone before this game even starts. But the good thing is the Oakland Raiders will get a win. The win they should have got last week. They should have won last week against the Jaguars, but they didn't. And Mark Davis, dude, you are a terrible owner.
By the way, who was the guy that caused that roughing the passer on Gardner Minshew? You guys remember it? You guys remember who it was?
I'm trying to remember who the referee. of the
Deion
game.
Jordan.
Deion Gordon. Yeah.
Deion Jordan, the former
Wow.
former boss,
No. Holy
our
shit.
former number 3 overall draft pick that everyone
I
had
remember
high
when
hopes for.
I remember, Alex, when everyone when we got that number 3 overall pick, when the Dolphins got the number 3 overall pick, I remember everyone that's going and then Deion Jordan, what a bust he was.
Terrible.
An unbelievable bust. I agree, terrible. Yeah, Raiders. Dude, I'm just gonna say this before I make a prediction. Oh, I'm gonna say Oakland 2024. But Mark Davis, you are an absolute asshole. Here's what he said in his final interview. He asked, the reporter asked him if he had any memories of the Raiders, or if he also had anything to say to fans before they finally end before the game. He goes, "No, I really don't have anything else to say. I was here for when they went to Los Angeles in '82, and I really don't have much there. So nope, I really don't."
Wow.
He said it live on camera.
Hashtag classless.
What a
He is
jackass.
class. He's a terrible owner. Him and Dan Snyder are both garbage.
Yeah.
Really,
God.
that is embarrassing. Mark Davis, I feel bad for die Raiders fans, not the shitty like halfway fans. The passionate Raiders fans are like from Oakland that have always supported the Raiders since like the very beginning. The black hole diehards, they're the ones that are the most pissed. I feel bad for them, but not the fake Raiders fans. I'm not fans of those. I'm not pitting those. I'm pitting the real Raiders fans.
I'm talking about the real Raiders fans that still have a Jamarcus Russell jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to spoil everything by saying that name.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You got to
God.
be a real fan.
That is actually technically right. But yeah, Raiders 28-24. They get the sweep of the Chargers. I honestly don't care about this game. If the Chargers win, all right, fair enough. But the Chargers my thing is before anyone says anything, the Chargers deserve to lose their final game because I sucked at the NFL thing. I'm just saying that, to be honest. It's tough.
Well, in a stadium that'll be about 95% Raider fans,
Yeah.
I am actually going to go ahead and take the Chargers here.
Ooh.
I definitely can see Oakland winning this game, but the Raiders have been in just such a free fall these past couple weeks. They've lost their last 4 games by a combined of 87 points. That is just absolutely horrendous.
It is.
I mean, granted, the Raiders, they should have beaten Jacksonville, but
They should
still, the Raiders, they have just not been playing good football. And I think the Chargers avoid the sweep here. So, yeah, this is going to be the last game the Chargers win. That's all there is to it. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead, take the Chargers to avoid the sweep. Pretty tight game. I'm going to say 24-23 LA.
I actually got 24-21. The Gruden Grinders. 24-21.
Huh?
And now go Chargers, go.
Nice.
30-23. I got the Chargers.
The
I
Chargers.
could definitely see the Chargers winning it. I could see it.
Go Chargers, go.
I
Yeah.
had so far. I'm trying to think of something real quick. I had the Browns and I had the Cardinals, and I think I had one of those teams. Oh yeah, the Rams. This is my third and final guarantee because I Rams Browns. Now we have the Cardinals. I predicted this earlier. This is Seahawks Cardinals. This game is in Seattle. Seattle's a 9.5-point favorite. I'm just gonna say right out the bat, we all are gonna probably pick Seattle. Cardinals
Ooh,
suck.
yeah.
I'm going to say Seattle wins this game 40-24. Enough said.
I think it's going to be a little close. I think this is going to be I think this is going to come down the wire. I think this is going to be a pretty high-scoring game. I'm going to say Seahawks win it 30-27.
Interesting.
Seahawks.
I think I see it. Seahawks 34-16.
Oh, wow.
I got the Cardinals putting up some respectable numbers, but I got the Seahawks putting up more numbers. Give me Seattle 42-20.
Nice.
So we're all in Seattle?
And by the way, nice job, Cardinals, for knocking off the Browns.
Called it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we called it. We all called it upset of the week. Cardinals.
Bills
over
never
Browns.
fail.
Not only did they beat them, they whooped their ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kenny Drake ran all over their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, they-
35 yards.
Yeah,
Yeah, 4 touchdowns.
they just blew those Browns all the way to Toledo.
That's right.
4 touchdowns.
That's right.
Golly.
Yeah. Kenny Drake destroyed the Browns
Yeah.
single-handedly.
Now,
destroyed the Browns.
now, all you Brownie fans that say, "Oh well, the Squealers barely beat the Cardinals," you got blown the hell out by them by almost 20
Yeah, that
points.
score wasn't even close. It should have been way more. It should have been by 21.
Yeah, and the Cardinals were on a 6-game losing streak entering that game.
Yeah, it just makes it even more sweeter.
Yeah.
Browns fans.
What do you guys say now? What do you guys say now, you bandwagon cards?
Thank God. You know what's going to happen to the Browns fans next year? They're going to be Chargers fans next year when Brady goes there. Just
Oh,
saying
yeah,
right now.
they are.
The Chargers fans.
Definitely.
So yeah, next game I think could be one of the games of the week, but because this is the Fox game of the week, I could definitely see this being a really competitive game. And this game determines the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is in Philly. Dallas Cowboys are a point. I know you want to save yourself for last. We're going to go first, if that's all right with you. So I know you got plenty to say about the Cowboys-Eagles game.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm just gonna go quickly first. This game honestly is.
Gotcha.
This was my hardest game of the week to pick. This was my legitimately hardest game of the week to pick
Not me.
because I can realistically see either
Not me.
team winning. I can realistically see either team in this. Phil, what Carson Wentz has been able to do with Greg Ward, JJ Arcea-Artside, Nelson Aguilar. What he's been able to do lately has been astonishing. And EDP going, that's a quarterback. That's a quarterback. That was one of the greatest things.
Wentz.
Yeah, and he
T.O.
was crying. He was crying and saying, "Oh, my quarterback." And that was a great video.
And
But
it was on his birthday. That was great.
actually, it was his own birthday. He got that on his birthday. That's pretty crazy. So, I actually see my team win on my birthday too. But anyways, getting back to this game, this is a hell of a game, and I can realistically see either team winning this game. This is going to be one of those games that is going to come down to the very wire. I'm actually thinking this game goes to overtime.
Oh,
I think this will come down to overtime. And I think game will for Carson Wentz to Nelson Aguilar. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles in a slobber knocker, one of the greatest games, 34-28 in overtime. This is going to be a
slobber
friggin'
knocker?
But I can realistically see the Cowboys winning this game as well. Either team wins.
Jeez.
You never know.
Do I trust the Philadelphia Eagles? Yes, I do. Just not in this game. The Eagles, they have such a bad passing defense, and I think that's going to be their biggest downfall in this game because Dak Prescott, he has put up some pretty good numbers against the Eagles since last year. Ezekiel Elliott's always a factor whenever the Eagles and Cowboys play, and I just don't see the Eagles defense standing up to that. Not to say I don't think the Eagles can make it a close game because I definitely do think they'll make it a close game, but I just think in the final seconds the Eagles will make a dumb mistake and Dallas will capitalize on it. That being said, the Cowboys defense I still think has taken steps back over the past few weeks. But the thing about the Cowboys is that even though they're a mediocre team this year, they can really hang with anyone if they have the right play calling. It's just Jason Garrett's that's just team's ball and chain. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
I think the Eagles have a better head coach when it comes to that department. I think Doug Peterson's a way better head coach than Jason Garrett is. But I got to tell you, I would pick the Eagles here, but I just think that Pats defense is just going to haunt them for that game. I got the Eagles making a pretty close game, but like I said, Eagles make a mistake in the final moments in a tight game, and Dallas capitalizes. Give me the Cowboys to win that joke of a division by a final score of 30-20.
Well, guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Tim, you probably know this already, but the Cowboys have won 4 games straight against the Philadelphia Eagles, and a big reason for that is because of Dak Prescott, who always seems to go off against the Eagles defense. In the past 3 wins against the Eagles, he has averaged 321 passing yards and nearly 2 touchdowns per game. And the worst part about that is he's not the one that's been killing them. No. That goes to Zeke, who has never lost. He's never lost to the Eagles. He's averaged 114.8 yards per game in those 5 wins, and I think that goes to 6 wins. Give me the Cowboys 35-24 over the Eagles.
Wow. Tiny Tim?
Okay. I got to defend my boys. But how can you after they've had a season that they've had so far? As I mentioned last week, in that game against the Rams, I was thinking to myself, where the hell has this team been for the last 12 weeks? Because after week 3, they were 3-0, off to a great start. Then came the roller coaster where it seemed like more down than going up. And last week, nobody gave the Cowboys a chance against the Rams.
True.
And the Rams ended up losing. Cowboys had some kind of fire lit under them. And yes, Cowboys have done pretty good. Now Pizzle did say that Zeke Elliott has never lost against the Eagles.
In the games that he's played.
The games that he's played, because he was suspended for a little bit. Either, what was it, last year or year before?
I believe it was the year before.
Year before last. Yeah, he was suspended and he did not play the first one. And kind of disappointed that Michael Gallup is not doing as well as I thought he would. I thought he would have a really breakout season after his very good rookie year last year. And I heard we just signed a linebacker from the Seahawks, Malcolm Butler. Malcolm
Oh.
Butler. Yeah, the Cowboys just signed Malcolm Butler. I think one of our linebackers is Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas is questionable. Our second-year player Leighton Vander Esch, he's still a bit hurt. Not sure if he's going to be ready for this week, but that kid is awesome. And the rookie Luke Gifford, he's on IR. So signing Malcolm Butler could be a good thing. I'm going with my boys this week. They proved me wrong last week. Last week they proved me wrong because I didn't think Cowboys would win. They proved me wrong. I'm going behind them. They will take the edge. And actually, I don't really see the division being decided until next week, week 17. But as far as this week concerned, give me the Cowboys at Philadelphia over those chickens.
There you go.
31-27. How about them Cowboys?
There we go.
Philadelphia, man.
Honestly, I could realistically see the Cowboys winning. If the Cowboys win, I would not be surprised whatsoever. But for some reason, something's telling me Philly. But I'll be rooting for either team personally. I'll be just wanting a good game. That's all I want to see.
I just hope they have fun. I just hope both teams have fun.
Now we got the Sunday Night Football game.
On NBC, check your local listings.
There you go. Thank you very much. This game, I'm surprised did not get flexed. I really thought this game was going to get flexed for Philly Dallas. I really thought it was going to get flexed, but surprisingly didn't. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. This game is in Chicago. The scenario is for the Chiefs. The Bears are bringing the limited Chiefs. They can still obtain the number 2 overall seed if Patriots lose. The Patriots lose, and the Bills. Not only the Bills have to win, but also the Texans also have to. I mean, the Texans. I think it's because they're 9-5. But as long as the Chiefs win the next 2 games and the Patriots lose next 2, then actually no, the Patriots win 1, and the Chiefs will win out. If the Chiefs win out and the Patriots lose to Buffalo, Chiefs will also. So that is going to be a big implication here. The Chiefs and the team are favored by 5. Who do you guys got 1?
Fun fact. Before the season started, this was my Super Bowl match prediction.
That's right.
Wow.
It was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another prediction of mine that's aged well, right?
Okay,
One of them at least.
Yeah. Looking at this game now, it's very one-sided. The Bears have been eliminated from playoff contention. Their defense has taken steps back. Their offense is a complete mess. And the Chiefs, they're still playing great football. I think they're still going to keep pace with the Patriots for the number 2 seed in the AFC. Because if New England and Kansas City both have the same record after this week, the Chiefs would actually be ahead of them because they beat the Patriots.
That's right.
So, yeah,
That's
the
right.
Chiefs, they're definitely striving for that. And if I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm rooting my ass off for the Bills. So,
Same here.
yeah,
I know plenty of
I'm
people that
going
will be.
ahead and making this one of my teams guaranteed to lose this week. Because Kansas City during this ride, they've actually been playing pretty well on defense, and we know how bad their defense has been since last year. But their defense has actually been playing pretty well.
They
So
actually statistically improved because of the sacks. They've been getting offense.
so I got this being a mixture of Kansas City's defense stepping up and Chicago's offense being hot horse shit again. So Kansas City in a pretty easy one here. Give me the Chiefs 33-10.
I actually think this game could be pretty close. Here's why. I think for some reason the Chiefs defense has been playing well, but the Chicago Bears can definitely keep it within games the past couple of games. My thing is Chicago on Sunday night games usually play a lot better than in the regular season. For some reason, I know they played the Rams last year in Chicago,
Unless
and that was a great freaking game because the Rams were a high-powered offense, and they were able to slow down that high-powered offense last year. Do you think it's a lot
man.
of this round? No. Because I think the Bears will definitely have a tough time, but I think this game will be closer than people think here. I'm going to say 28-20. I think the Chiefs will win and still preserve the number overall seed. They will get the win here. 28-20. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, Lucas. Bears are usually good on Sunday night unless the kicker doesn't double doink.
Cody Parkins.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this game. I'm gonna say 25-17. Favor of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I echo everything that Steel Baden just said. I mean, the Chiefs are really starting to get their mojo back. The Bears are pathetic.
Bears
Give me
still
the Chiefs.
suck. Bears still suck. Great song.
Well, give me the Chiefs 34-21.
And is that everyone, I think? Is that everyone that made the prediction?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Now, because this is the last Monday night game of the year, what a
And what a
freaking
great
game to
one.
end on. What a
What a
freaking
Way to go out with Monday Night Football, man.
What a
Yeah.
freaking game to go out on. This is the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. This
Best
game is
rivalry in all
Minnesota.
of the NFL.
That's
Yep,
right.
one of the biggest rivalries. It's not
Oh,
the
the best.
longest rivalry, but it's a
No,
great
it's the
rivalry.
best.
I could definitely see that. If they have some great games. This game's in Minnesota, and the Minnesota Vikings are favored by 4.5 points. Who you guys got and why?
Switch it around. I got the Packers winning this one. 23-20, last second field goal from Mason Crosby.
Oh, wow.
You know, if you ask me, I've always said the Vikings are the Packers' biggest rival, not the
Yep.
Bears.
That is true.
Yeah, because, sure, the Bears and Packers, it's the older rivalry between the two, but those two teams have never really been good at the same time. The Packers and Vikings is much more physical and has much more hatred and animosity towards it. So that's why I've always said the Vikings are the Packers' biggest rival, not the Bears. And I think there's definitely a lot on the line for this game. Like I said with the 49ers and Rams game, if the Rams lose, the Vikings clinch a playoff spot.
That's right.
So there's a very good chance the Vikings could have a playoff spot wrapped up before this game even starts. But the Vikings are definitely going to want to be playing for that NFC North title as well. And I think they have a good chance at winning it. They've played very well on offense this year. Their defense is still pretty good, but not as good as it was a couple years ago. And I think Aaron Rodgers can take advantage of that. But, as much as I want, the Packers, by the way, they clinched the North with a win. So as much as I want to pick the Packers here, I'm actually going with the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow.
Yeah, and here's why I'm picking the Vikings. I mean, sure, Kirk Cousins, he's never won a Monday night game, but Aaron Rodgers has a career-losing record on the road, and the Packers have not beaten the Vikings in Minnesota since 2015.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers always struggles in Minnesota, and really the only two places I trust Aaron Rodgers at on the road are Chicago and Dallas. Those are the two places he always plays well at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, plus the Vikings, I think that they're just going to be extra motivated in this game. I think Kirk Cousins can have a good game against the Packers defense. And I think the Vikings even things up in the NFC North, and I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota won Week 17 and Green Bay actually lost Week 17. But, in my opinion, I think the Vikings are going to be a wild card and the Packers win the North. But I think both teams end up 12-4 is what I'm trying to say. But I got Minnesota getting this W to get themselves into the playoffs, even though I think that's going to be pre-made for them. Give me Minnesota. Pretty tight game. This is my game of the week. 27-24 Vikings.
Thank God this is on
People
Monday night.
eaters, baby.
Thank God this is on Monday night.
Yeah, can't wait to watch this game, man.
I am going to go with the Vikings on this one. I have them winning 28-24. Nothing against Aaron Rodgers. He's still the bad man. But I think Kirk Cousins is just a little bit better. A little bit more better offense, a little better defense. Give the edge to Minnesota at home, 28-24. And like I said, San Francisco will beat the Rams, so Minnesota will definitely move up in the seedings as far as the NFC is concerned.
All right.
And last but not least, I have me for this game. My thing is, I think I'm going to agree with all of you guys here. I think this is going to be a unanimous Vikings pick here. Actually, no, Alex picked the Packers, though.
I did.
I will agree with Steelman and Tyner down here. The reason why is pure and simple. I think the Minnesota Vikings game is Minnesota Vikings are just the better overall team. The Packers, the problem with the Packers is they keep it close with bad teams. They've kept it close with the
They do.
Giants. They kept it close with the Bears. They kept it close with the Redskins. They only won by literally 8 points to the Bears, 5 points to the Redskins. When the Bears really should have blown them out easily.
Yeah.
And the Vikings, I know Kirk Cousins isn't the best on primetime. This Vikings team could freaking compete this year. They have a great defense. They have a really talented offense, especially when everyone's healthy. Adam Thielen, I know it's been tough for him to be healthy throughout the whole time. It's been tough, but I like the Vikings here. I just really like the Vikings, and I think that they're going to get the job done, unfortunately. So, unfortunate for us, I'm going to say. But I got the Vikings here. I'm going to say 34-30. I think the Packers will cover the spread. This will be a very good game. But I think this will be a Vikings win.
All right.
So,
There we go.
with that being said, that is going to conclude week 16. But next week, guys, stay tuned because we're not going to announce a certain date yet. I'm going to talk with these guys and with Romy and Gary on when the possible date could be because next Tuesday is on Christmas Eve, and I know all of us are probably going to be busy for Christmas Eve and Christmas. And since there are only games on Sunday, we may move the day to either Monday, Thursday, or possibly Friday. I don't know which one yet. We're going to talk about that. But it's going to see what everyone could do here. But I want everyone to be here because next week, after the very last game prediction, which I think will be 49ers and Seahawks, will be the Sunday night game for Week 17, the game 256. Me and Alex will be attempting the one-chip challenge.
Oh,
I think we should do it during the video.
Oh,
Making predictions while fighting off the burn.
While fighting off the burn. How many weeks is it? Is it 16 games?
It's 16 games. Let's
do this. We pick 8 first, then we take the challenge, finish the video with the final 8.
Brutal. I like it, and it's gonna be brutal. I like it. It's going to be provide entertainment value. I like it. So let's go ahead and do that. Then after that, also before we go ahead and call it a night, after the week 17 videos, we will be back for wild card predictions. But instead of doing the playoffs all in one video, we're going to do it each and every week. We'll be doing wild card, then divisional, then championship, and Super Bowl. 4 weeks of predictions. We'll continue on. We'll not end it after episode 18 this time. We'll go through and go all the way to the Super Bowl for Painting Game Pick'ems. So Painting Game Pick'ems will be continuing until at least February. So that's going to conclude it, guys. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. It was a really fun show, especially when Gary came on earlier and went over the Bills, how freaking nuts they are. So
that was gold.
That was comedy gold.
Highlight of the video.
I put a time stamp for that.
I missed it.
That's what makes it of the night.
Had to be there.
Sorry.
So yeah. No, it's all right, Alex. Don't worry. I'm going to provide a timestamp so you can see the replay. So don't worry.
Right.
I understand work can definitely be tough sometimes. I understand. So with that being said, please say your final goodbyes, guys, as we head off because I'm actually going to get ready for bed early because I'm got an early morning tomorrow.
Keep those fins up all day, every day.
How about them
Yeah.
Cowboys? Peace out.
Let's go, baby.
Ah,
Let's get that 6th seed, man. Let's go.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Here
Time
we go.
to put away the Jets and Le'Veon Bell. Make him regret leaving the Steelers. And see you all later. Stay awesome. Have a great holiday season. We'll see you guys for week 17. Adios, everybody.
Have a